So I'm gonna present this article in a minute, but have y'all familiarized yourself, or are y'all aware of what's going on with Shaunie?
Oh yeah.
Are you
Oh
aware,
yeah.
Quentin, of what's going on with Shaunie?
Yeah, actually, I was gonna send that to you, and I saw it pop up. Yeah, I was gonna send. Yeah,
Yeah. So I'm
freaky,
a,
smooth.
I'm gonna pull it up or whatever, and we can deep dive into it. But essentially, Shawnee said that she never loved Shaq. What's y'all initial thoughts before I dig into the article a little bit?
Well, just on the surface, I was kind of shocked. Like never. Maybe you stopped liking him, but like never. I was shocked.
Well, she did add a little bit of context, and again, I'm about to pull it up. Um, you
I
know,
think she should.
go ahead,
I
Quentin.
think she should not have never said nothing. Like, why? I've been divorced like 80 plus thousand years. Why?
Yeah,
Why?
that's
Well,
the
Why?
she gotta sell books, right? That's the goal. That's the
right, but why say that? Just that line. Like why say
Well, if she
that?
got to sell books, then that end of story.
But she got plenty of things that she could talk about.
Let me get my
He's
name
a
back in the
basketball
news.
player.
yeah. It's a pretty weird thing to me, but I'm gonna dig into it. So, but what are your thoughts? You said just why would she say anything? Is that what you're saying?
Like, why Shaq responds to X? So she wrote it in the book, or she said it publicly.
Oh, she said it in the book, but you know how they basically um, release
Like
portions
little
of it.
inserts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
portions of it in order to basically give you some insight into what the book is kind of about and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. That
so
was
all right.
crazy.
So let me read a little bit of this. So essentially, that she married to the preacher guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know they got married, but go ahead.
Well, she not married to the preacher guy.
I didn't know she got married. I haven't followed her in a while, but I remember her having like a boyfriend
You
because
can't be a
she started that
preacher and
show back
not
up.
be married, though, right? You can't be a preacher
He
with a
was
chick
with her.
and not be
He
married,
he
right?
was with her. He was with her. He was on a little show and everything.
Oh my God! And she changed her name to him. Yeah, she got to be married to him because her name is Shawnee Henderson now.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, her name is
Hmm.
Shawnee Henderson. She changed it from O'Neal to Henderson. So we all know that she created Basketball Wives and all of that. But essentially,
Mm-hmm.
well, let me read what she wrote, and then Shaq kind of responded. So, you know, they got married in 2002, divorced in 2011, so they was married for 9 years. She said, I enjoyed those sweet early years of being a mother and raising my children. My days were always busy with the kids and family, and every now and then I got to travel or enjoy a little of the NBA high life. But invisibly, my marriage was beginning to crumble. She went on to say, as I've written, it wasn't obvious early on, but you know how you first get sick and the symptoms are so mild that you're not even sure that you're sick. That's how things were in the early years. I was busy and happy and didn't notice what was going on, but as the disease progressed, the symptoms became harder and harder to ignore. They got 4 kids together, blah, 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 blah. She wrote that he had a habit of going missing and she suspected infidelity. She says, looking back, I don't know if I was ever really in love with the man. Looking back, I don't know if I was ever really in love with the man. Here's the additional context. But I was in love with the idea of being married to the man I had a family with. Let me read it again. She says, looking back, I don't know if I was ever really in love with the man, but I was in love with the idea of being married to the man I had a family with. I was in love with the idea of building a life together. I truly did enjoy spending time with him. NBA road trips gave me a chance to be with my husband and experience the NBA life for a little while. Um, and then Shaq, obviously previously was talking about how he messed up two great women that he got into a relationship with. And then on Instagram, he also wrote "Trust me, I get it," and he was just basically saying that I wouldn't have been in love with me either. Wishing you all the best. All love, Shaq. So that's the context. That's basically what was going on or what happened as far as her writing the insert in her book. And obviously, she got a book coming out talking about her life and her version of things of what happened. What's y'all general sentiment from her? or from this whole thing.
Wasn't she a baby mama first? Like Shaq married a baby mama, didn't he?
Shaq had another chick that he was with that he wound up having a kid with.
So this one that he married didn't have a kid before him.
I'm not sure if I don't think that Shaunie had a kid
I don't
before
think
him.
so.
I think all of her children was from Shaq.
Gotcha.
If I'm
I
not
I,
mistaken.
I feel like I kind of get it because like just like in life when you're in love with somebody and you break up when you get with someone else you kind of question like did you really feel that way about the previous one because how I feel about this one ain't what I felt about that one type of thing.
Well, here's a real question: Do you have to be Do you have to be in love to love a person enough to marry him?
No, I
No,
don't think so.
So did
I
she
don't think you
really
do.
say a bad thing then?
No, she didn't. See, I keep saying I think that the idea in society today is just based off of everything is based off of romance, right?
Mhm.
Instead of the actual family unit or what marriage is supposed to be.
Mm.
Can
Go
you
ahead,
say
Quentin, you
idea
got your hand
again?
up.
Can you say idea again?
Why? I sound country. Idea? I know I'm country.
Oh, you saying that? Yes, she did. I don't know if she had a. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, I don't think she
Yeah, I think
I
she did. I
don't
read somewhere she had a kid when he married her. So what happened about
really?
being in love
Okay.
with the idea of that
Johnny was
baby daddy?
previously married to a man named Davine Lamar, whom she had her
Oh.
oldest son Miles with. So y'all was right.
Nigga, so she done married 3 times. She must be the goat, nigga. She got 3 rings,
Okay, all right. So I got a completely different sense of.
Lamar Baptiste.
I got a completely different perspective
I didn't
now.
know that.
My whole perspective has changed now. 100%, bro. See, this is
I
why
didn't know
Chat
that.
Lives Lab matters because I didn't know that. I'm not as familiar with celebrity culture as I probably should be. But yeah, I got a completely different perspective now.
Oh, she left her husband for Shaq. Oh.
That's what they
Of
say.
Somebody
course
in chat said she left her husband.
she talked shit about her
Well,
old dude
duh.
about how she feel about how she feel about Mr. Baptiste.
That's why I said,
Mm,
well, duh. Okay. Well,
It's just
mm,
such a
now I know.
messy.
So she monkey branch. So okay, so yeah, that's it. All right. Well,
mm. Okay,
so she saw that a baller was trying to get at her. There it is.
can we really I'm gonna read that super chat in a second. Shout out to Fatty. Can we really say okay, can we confirm that she actually left her previous husband for Shaq though?
Unless somebody said it like publicly, probably not.
Because was they already divorced? Was they already outside of the relationship once she met Shaq? Or
Mm. See, I didn't
no,
even know what
that's not
happened,
a smoke
so I
detector.
wouldn't even know.
I don't have a I don't have my smoke detector on or off. That's the dryer. So if y'all hear something in the background, that's my dryer. But yeah, I didn't. I'm trying to figure out whether or not she actually left him for Shaq, or if she was already outside of the relationship before that.
I don't know. Like now I'm interested because I didn't know this at all. So
Mm.
now I'm gonna read it.
And now I got to do a little bit of research. Yo, Fatty says, thank you for the hamburger, Quentin. I have no idea what that is.
I don't know what that is.
So is Anton thank you for being a good.
Fatty don't pronounce his H's. I don't know if you realize that.
Thank you for the super chat and the support for the platform, Fatty. We appreciate you. No, I didn't know that she was out here. She was married when she met Shaq.
I didn't
Hmm.
either.
Okay,
Nigga.
That's news to me.
okay. Let me say this. Number one, if Shaq says that he messed up a good woman, then all I can go is by what Shaq says.
Yep.
However,
Was
I
she
am
good?
I don't look at it the same way that I looked at it before because she basically got what she put herself into. And how did you think that it was going to turn out if you started off the relationship based off of lies, deceit, or leaving a situation that you was already in which you had a
Yeah.
child? So she broke up the family.
And she broke it up for Shaq. It ain't yes, and
Wait,
you
Yeah,
broke it
do
up.
we know? So do we know that she divorced him, or did
We can
like
find it out. What's her name? Shaunie. Why did Shaunie leave Baptiste?
yeah. If she
Baptiste?
listen, if she broke up the family, then I have less sympathy. Oh, come on, man. So wait a minute. So you telling me she broke up the family, married Shaq, had a bunch of kids also, came up, became a beneficiary of him, started the VH1 basketball wives, came up off of that, and then she got to the next guy, and she came up off him too, the preacher guy, and he simped out, and all of them is step baby daddies.
What's Shaunie's last name?
That's usually how it works.
Well, now it's Henderson,
O'Neal.
but it was
Oh,
O'Neal, and we
Henderson.
don't know what it was before that. So she's had four last names: her original name,
Before that was Baptiste.
the second name, the O'Neal name, and now the Henderson name.
Oh man, that's
And
crazy. I
he,
didn't know that.
and Shaq was a step baby daddy.
He was.
Yep, I read
Oh,
that and I was like, dang, Shaq, you down bad.
I did not know that. That's
no,
crazy.
no.
It's fun. It's funny you bring this up because on Fatty's show, that white dude, he said he met his wife and she had like 3 kids, and he felt the need to take care of the kids.
That's what Russell Wilson said.
And I was
He
like, nigga,
said God spoke to him.
Wait.
He
Yeah,
said God
Russell
spoke to him.
Wilson did say that dumb shit, bro.
And he
you,
said
I
God
don't.
said this is your job.
If
Mm-mm.
God said it, you can't. If
And you
God
Mm-mm.
can't
said it,
argue with it,
you
Anton.
How do
can't
y'all?
You cannot
argue with
argue with
that.
it.
No. How do we know that that was God? How do we know that that wasn't the devil?
No, he
How do you know that was not?
How do because God don't tell you to get out. See, this is
He
what I
might.
was
It
taught.
might have been. It might
Nope.
have been a
This is
way
what I
to
was taught, and I'm gonna tell you
show
what I
you
was taught.
guys something so that he used Russell to get to it.
I'm gonna tell you what I was taught when I was taught in church. Time Out says this is just a ploy to sell her book, similar to DJ Envy's wife who claimed she went a decade without an orgasm. How do we know that she didn't go a decade without it? There's plenty of women that don't have vaginal orgasm based off of
Most women
regular
don't.
sex. That's a fact. Listen, it's one thing to not have one, and it's another thing to lie about it. I'm not happy about that. I would not be happy.
The lion was is crazy for damn near 20 years. Ain't nobody doing
What was
that. That was
worse than
crazy.
that? What was worse than that though, Mika, is her publicly telling everybody that she lied about it for 10
Oh
years.
no, 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 no. That was just to embarrass him because remember she was embarrassed about the whole Erica Mina thing. So
Listen, if you gonna get back at me publicly like that shit, then we might as well just break up. We don't even need to be together.
I agree, but that's what she did. That's what that was. I assure
Oh,
you.
Jesus Christ.
I'm never getting married.
Real
I
men
We
went
know.
take care of another man's children.
I went to one of my doctor appointments today, and this lady had to be like, she had to be like 65 years old that was doing the stuff on me. And she asked me, was I married? I don't know how that brought up. And I told her no. And she's like, I wouldn't either. All these new, young, independent women. A 65-year-old white woman knows
You
what the
know
fuck we
what?
going
I
through.
was told that the word
Mm,
cannot go against itself.
What do you mean?
That's what I was told, that the word cannot go against itself. So even if you think that God is talking
mm.
to you, A, you need a witness, and B, it cannot go against the word. So for
I
example, one of the things that they would use as an example, like, okay, so they said, what if God told you to slap somebody?
no.
Exactly. Exactly. That's my point. Is because it can't go against itself. The word would never tell you to do something that literally goes against how it tells you to operate the right way against righteousness. That's my whole point. It cannot go against itself. So when you see people that get out of order and then they justify it and say, "Oh man, this was just that was God that did it." No, God didn't do that. You can't say He told me to sell crack to get rich. You see,
my
you see what I'm saying?
I think my mother had a hard time with that. My dad was a cop for what 30 35 years, and he never took a promotion the whole 35 years, and he said that God wanted him in the school with those kids, so he never got promoted.